I want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel. I have 1,900 YouTube subscribers, so I want to say thank you to that. Um, since I have a lot of time today, I'm not doing much. Stuck in my apartment, and the electricity should be going out here pretty soon. I live in Texas, and there's like the worst storm that's hit Texas ever in the history of Texas that we know, you know. Shit, there's lights flickering right now. I just want to say, take the time right now to say thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I appreciate it. Even though I seem kind of tired and a little worn out, thank you. I give you a little update on my life, and what I'm doing is today it's a pretty historic, crazy event. You see outside the snow. So it don't snow, but maybe a day or two out of the year, maybe every other year in Texas, where I live in South Texas. In other parts of Texas, it snows a lot more, like West Texas, Amarillo, up north, right? But in South Texas, you don't see this. You don't see this. If you do, it's for a day or two, and it goes away, right? And it's the coldest it's ever been. Not only has the streets been really bad, the electricity in some places have not gone on, right? And a lot of the stores aren't open. And I was lucky enough to think about this ahead. I kind of thought about it. I didn't think too much about it, take it serious, but I took some steps. My car, I put a full tank of gas in there in my car, so I'll have gas. And I got my dog's food. I got a little bit of bread. I got some food to make me last, 4 days a week, probably. Not too much, but just enough to make me last a minute. And then, bam, this shit happens. And nobody can go to stores. 7-Elevens, there's lines outside of 7-Elevens, like big-ass lines. There's nothing in these stores, right? Everybody's... none of the stores are open. If you can find a store that's open, like a corner store or something, it's all there's a shit ton of people in there, right? And there's a shit ton of shit that's not there. The roads are bad. The electricity doesn't work, right? For me, I've been writing it down. It's been working every hour. So 1 hour it's on, 1 hour it's off, 1 hour it's on, 1 hour it's off. And apparently, from my friends, the people that I know, their shit's bad, man, because they get it 30 minutes every 3 hours, right? And that's crazy, right? I feel bad for them, I feel bad for I got 2 dogs, and I worry about them, right? The heater's on them right now. Yeah, the heater is on them. This place is hot. I got the oven on. I got the oven on to heat up this place, because it's supposed to shut off pretty soon. From what I wrote down, it's supposed to shut off for another hour, then come back on. Now, when it first started doing that, I wasn't sure about that. I wasn't sure about it coming back on, so I tried to cook as much. I was like panicking, putting water aside and putting it in the fridge. I was just trying to imagine if it didn't come back on. I was trying to get prepared for that. Anyways, man, pray for Texas. Pray for these people in here. None of us know how to drive in this shit. There's so many accidents everywhere you look. I'm afraid. I don't even want to drive. I don't even drive outside, because I'm afraid of some other person hitting my car. That's what I'm afraid of. So I don't need to go. I'm good for a day or two, right? And tomorrow it should be good. Next week, this is how crazy Texas is. 1 week it'll be like this, and the next week, literally, It's going to be 72 degrees and sunny next week. Next week, 72 degrees and sunny. So yesterday was like 20 something degrees. Today's 30 something. Tomorrow's going to be 40 something degrees. And it's going to slowly melt. Today it's already melting. It's at the end of this, of the hard part, right? We didn't got through the hard part, and we're at the end, right? It's going to be better from here on out. As in, it's going to get a little bit warmer, and we're already seeing progress with electricity, as I've seen and heard. My next door neighbor, right next to me, his pipe busted in the ceiling, and there was water going everywhere in his ceiling, gushing through. And then put a hole in his ceiling, then water going straight to the ground. And I jump over there, and I grab one of those big ass brooms, and I push the water out of his fucking apartment. I just go straight to work, right? And my other friends are grabbing his stuff, taking it out, and he's grabbing his things and getting it out of his apartment because it's wet, and I'm sitting here shoving all this fucking water, and insulation, all that shit that's in the attic came down with it, shoving it outside. And then the fire department came and shut off the water over there. And it started seeping into my place a little bit. And luckily I had a friend that came into town. He was coming with his fiance, and they had a little Valentine's date in Austin, and they were stuck here, and they didn't have enough money to pay for another night at the hotel. You know, they weren't expecting to be there more than one night, and they had to be there 2 nights. They couldn't be there a third night. And he hit me up, and I was like, yeah, come over and stay with me. And they stayed with me for a night, and he helped out with that water seeping in my place. He was in here working, man. He was in here making sure the water was getting soaked up by my towels, and then rinsing it out in the sink, squeezing it out in the sink. And that's what we were doing, man. It's just crazy, right? And I felt so bad for him, but luckily his brother lives in the same apartment buildings, and his brother, he's living over there with his brother. I'm sure they're gonna take care of him, but man, it sucks. I made sure to make sure my water is running right now, like it's dripping, right? I don't want that shit to ice up and do what I saw done to him. But anyways, man, it's just Texas is in a panic, and what's crazy is when we come back from this in a few days, like in a day or two, when everything opens up, we're all just gonna be looking at each other like, were you there yesterday? Like, did you see that shit? Like, you survived. What's sad is he told me this thing in Austin, and I believe it, man. They said that 30 homeless people they found dead because of how cold it is, right? They found them dead over there. And it's so sad, right? It's like that's so sad, man. 30 homeless people dead because of like freezing to death. That's so sad, man. And I have some friends, and I know people who are out there on the street, man, and don't have a couch surfing, a place to stay. And I hit him up and asked if he's okay. I haven't got a response from him, so I'm just a little worried, and I just want this shit to end, right? I want this shit to end. The snow is pretty. It's beautiful outside, but it's all fun and games until your electricity goes out, right? Luckily, mine's been on for a minute, so I try to get in the mindset of my head. The way I'm wired is to be thankful all the time for everything, right? And I'm thankful that I have lights right now, and I'm thankful that my heaters are on, and always thankful. Like, I got food, and I'm thankful that I have a car that can go get me food. I was like this before this shit, so it's really helps me. A lot of people are struggling with this because they never had to deal with anything hard like this. They never had to deal with eating bread and bologna for a week. I lived this shit, man. So it's not hard for me, but I feel for everybody else, man, because they don't. It's hard for us. anyways, guys, thanks for following me. I know this video is kind of awkward because it's been a while since I spoke to my phone, since I've made a video. You know, it's been a minute. I've been working on my car. See, there it is right now. So look at that. Shut off for 1 hour. Now I got a candle. I'm gonna light a candle. I got a little lantern in my bathroom to light up, and I put the stove on, so it's gonna be warm in here. It's like 80 degrees in here. It's gonna be warm in here for the next hour. Then it's gonna kick back on, do its thing, and I'm gonna cook eggs and do my thing. But pray for Texas, man. Pray for this. It's gonna end soon. I know it is. So it's just this. It's really hard time, but it's very in bursts. It's very short. It's gonna be a very short, hard time. We're gonna get over this, and we're gonna be partying next week. I promise you. I promise you, I will, man. I can't wait to drive my car and cruise down the streets again, man. Which will be pretty soon. So, thanks for following me. Thanks for being my internet friend. Pray for Texas. Pray for Texas. Pray for Texas. If you're not religious, I'm not religious. Just hope that we get this shit figured out. Cause I wish I could help. I don't know what to do. You know, the only thing I can do is sweep up the roads and make sure things are clear and just try to do my part around here and be a good neighbor. So anyways, peace out, guys.